Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining today's narrative of Exodus chapter 10. This chapter continues the dramatic narrative of the Israelites' journey out of slavery in Egypt and their confrontations with Pharaoh. As led by the prophet Moses, Exodus 10 is a pivotal chapter in this story as it describes the 8th and 9th plagues that God inflicts upon Egypt. In this chapter, we witness the devastating 8th plague, the plague of locusts. Moses, at the command of God, again goes to Pharaoh to deliver a message. He warns Pharaoh that unless he lets the Israelites go, a swarm of locusts will descend upon the land, devouring every bit of vegetation that has survived the previous plagues. Pharaoh's advisors urge him to yield to Moses' request, realizing that Egypt is on the brink of complete ruin. Pharaoh initially agrees to allow only the men to leave but denies the request for all to go. God, however, hardens Pharaoh's heart and he withdraws his agreement. As a result, a massive swarm of locusts engulfs Egypt, covering the land like a dark cloud. These locusts consume every green plant, tree, and crop in their path, leaving behind a barren and desolate wasteland. Pharaoh is shaken by this catastrophe and finally sends for Moses and Aaron to confess his sin and beg for God's mercy. He asks them to intercede with God to remove the locusts. After the locusts, the 9th plague strikes Egypt, a thick, palpable darkness that envelops the entire land. This darkness is so intense that it can be felt and it lasts for 3 days. However, it is important to note that the Israelites dwelling in the land of Goshen, where they had settled, are not affected by this darkness at all. During this time of darkness, Pharaoh summons Moses and Aaron once more, offering to let the Israelites go and worship God in the wilderness. But he insists that they leave their flocks and herds behind. Moses rejects this offer, emphasizing that they need all their animals for sacrifices and offerings to God. Pharaoh, still resisting, orders Moses to leave his presence and warns that if he ever sees Moses again, he will be put to death. The chapter concludes with Pharaoh's heart remaining hardened and the Israelites still in bondage. In Exodus chapter 10, we witness the escalating confrontations between Moses, God's prophet, and Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt. The plague continued to intensify, yet Pharaoh's resistance persists. This chapter serves as a reminder of the power of God's judgment and his unwavering commitment to deliver the Israelites from slavery. It sets the stage for the culmination of this epic narrative in the chapters that follow. Thank you for listening. May God bless you all in abundance.